Ezekiel 17. So this is another one where you have to understand the history of the Israelite to understand the parable, even though God did explain the parable. So pretty much he allowed the king of Babylon to take the leaders, kings, and brought them into Babylon. And then one of the royal family made a covenant with the king of Babylon, putting him under an oath. However, that person rebelled and tried to escape, and he and Pharaoh, the Egyptian Pharaoh, will not be able to help him win the war, and so and therefore that person will then be brought into Babylon, and pretty much die. And so this one, it talks of the title was Zedekiah Rebellion, and so maybe in Israel history during the Babylon captivity, Zedekiah rebelled, and that's why they name it such. However, in the study Bible, it talks about it, just title it as the eagle and the vine instead of Zedekiah rebelled. Oh, the eagle and the vine is up here, but for verse 11, they did not put a title for it. So I guess Jeremiah did not think that it's Zedekiah. That but and so he did not refer to Zedekiah either in his notes. So I guess that's up for debate. Like, who is it that God was referring to? Obviously, someone from the royal family rebelled and didn't win. However, what Jeremiah, Dr. Jeremiah, David Jeremiah from the Jeremiah Study Bible, noted about verses 22 and on is that the young twig that God is referring to is like he told them their discipline, but he also kind of give them hope that God will plant on a high and prominent mountain, and David Jeremiah thinks that that is referring to the Messiah, and that God will bring down the high tree, exalt the low tree, and dry out the green tree, and make the dry tree flourish. And this part at the end right here, that and it will become a stately cedar, and birds of every kind will nest under it in the shade of its branches. So this is he is saying that this is talking about the Messiah. I tend to agree that it's talking about the Messiah, and I couldn't help but there was a part in the New Testament where it talks about a mustard seed growing into a big tree, and all the birds of the air will nest under it. Birds of every kind will nest under it. When I read it, I thought it was a good sign. Some people said, though, that birds are referring to like bad things. So, but I think that is a reflection of this message in Ezekiel, where God's kingdom will then shelter a lot of different kind of different nations and people, and so that's what it was hard to understand this chapter also, so I had to seek help, but that's the beauty of the Bible. You can dig deep.